Hello. I'm doing a repair job on my 33 Coupe. This is the engine bay, and I've pulled out the 21 stud engine, and I'm going to be fitting the 24 stud Crusty Flatty. Now this car's never been restored. All it's ever done is been repaired from time to time. Down here is the cross member. Now the radiator was leaking quite badly, and this has had a lot of, well, it's still got it a little bit there, look, but had a lot of sort of surface rust, and there's a little bit there, but it's not too bad. You know, it's not going to suddenly disappear overnight. This side was quite bad, but this side has evidence of probably ancient accident damage. You can see a little crease here and a little weld there. I've got a big sash cramp here pulling the rail together because that rivet there, the rivet that was there, had broken, and I can take this off now. I'll take this off, but I had to put that on to pull the sort of cross member in slightly. Typical YouTuber having to do something left-handed or one-handed. The piece that goes on here, same as that one there, wasn't attached there and there. I think they'd kind of plug welded it here. So I missed the spot a bit there, but there's the original rivet hole there, and this one's kind of all mixed up with the welding, so I'm just going to have to drill that one through. But I'm going to you know, put the piece back on with it bolted in place, and then I'm going to just get off the worst of the loose surface rust. Again, I'm not restoring it, I'm just doing a repair. Get off the worst of the loose surface rust and just put something on there that will help it to not rust any further without doing a full resto and full paint job or anything. This is like a sort of survivor car rather than a restored job. There's my bracket. I need to clean this up. It's got a little tear there which I'll try and hammer out or just smooth it off. But you can see where all the water from the radiator has leaked and made it go more rusty than it should be. I'll clean it up a bit and see if I can make it look a bit better, and then look to see how to. It'll only be bolted on. I can't really do riveting. Not, you know, without it being a full tear down. But this big sash clamp can come off now. Coming useful that. I haven't used it for years, and I've used it twice in 2 days. That's just been attacked with a wire. I can't get into there. I'll do it with a different wire. And there's that little tear there. I might just smooth it out rather than trying to. Yeah, I think I'll just grind it away. What I think I'll do is fit it, then take it off, clean it up and fit it again. This has been welded on. You know, when a car's this old, a car of this age has very often had lots of different sort of repairs carried out on it, hasn't it? So there's always things that aren't quite how you'd like them. bit funny that, because I'm bolting it on here and it don't really seem to want to match up there. I think it's quite badly bent. I think I need to straighten it out a bit. Yeah, definitely. I think it's the frame rail, to be honest. I've got it fitted to the frame rail there through all its original holes. That frame rail must be a bit out of shape there, because it's not really fitting down there. Let's try putting that clamp on again. That's better. That's pulled it in a little bit. Obviously it'll spring back out, but oops. Okay, that looks alright actually. So what I think I'll do is I'll undo them bolts, clean it up, put something on to protect it, then bolt it in place and then take the clamp off. I might as well drill that rivet hole out to 5/16 while I've got good access from above. That's just got the rivet freed up, so at least I know where the rivet hole is. It's alright actually. Okay. I'm just wondering what to put on this. You gotta watch what you're doing, because you know, everything you do is open to worldwide criticism. How about some wax oil? Stick some wax oil on it. In the absence of a better paintbrush, or just silly little brush. Okay, I'll just dab some of this around there. That'll just soak into the rust. Just so it won't get water in between. Right, where's the other piece? That'll do. Just give it a coat of this oily, waxy substance. This car, ideally, you know, would have a full sort of restoration, but that takes a lot of time and effort. Doesn't it? It'll happen one day, but not yet. Right, that's bolted the two onto the frame rail. If I can clamp that down now. Okay, safety squints engaged. Put a bit of back soil on it. Nut and bolt. Short one. No washer. Just bolt it up. Nice and tight. Eyes shut. Yeah, cool. Okay, good. Righto. Right, let's take this clamp off then. Okay, good. That's not a bad repair, to be honest. Put a bit of wax all around the other side, just round here, and that's why there's a lot of rust all around this area, because of the leak in the radiator. This stuff dries, you know, to a waxy sort of consistency, but I'm going to be driving on the beach at Pendine, so I want some protection. I take my hat off to the people that can do a full resto on a car. I just do my best to keep them running and driving. That's where I've just put that protective stuff on the cross member. I might try and undo the engine mounts here to and put a spacer in. It might tolerate a spacer. These are spacers anyway. They space it up and out, because the early cross members are on a different centres than the later ones. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I think there's metal in it. I think I might cut that piece off. That'll move the bolt up a bit, won't it? So there's the bolt. That had metal on it anyway, so I don't know how that rubber was really staying in place. I feel like I want to clean that thing out a bit on the cross member. So what I want is a nice big washer on there. I might put a nylock nut on there because you can't see it. While I'm here, while I've got the engine out, I'm just looking at that brake pipe there. It could do with a couple of clips, couldn't it, along that length? That'll do. Got some tension on it. Here's my thing. It's got a wheel stud in it there, a wheel stud. And you can see that the hole is offset, look, can you see? And it's offset to the outside, like that. That'll just lift everything up just a little bit. For anybody that doesn't know, that steering box is a left-hand drive 37 to 48 box with all the mounting brackets cut off and a mounting flange welded on to convert it to going out the side. But the thing about that is that it would steer backwards, so it's been fitted with the guts from a right-hand drive steering box. Been fitted with the guts from a right-hand drive steering box, so it steers the right way now. In essence, it's like an overslung F1, same guts as an F1, because an F1 uses the same guts as the passenger cars, and that's got passenger car guts in it, but comes out the side instead of, you know, cross steer. Garden secateurs. Make good flush cutters. See that? Flush cut, no sharp edge. But I'm going to put some of that wax oil just down there on the frame where it's a bit dry and crusty. It's been fairly butchered down here from when it had the 39 pedals put in. I kind of reworked them to make them a bit better, and I strengthened all the frame up here. I made a great big bracket to strengthen the frame up, which seems to have helped. But to be honest, what I intend to do at some point, but not now, is rework it back to the original pedals and, you know, maintain the hydraulic brakes, but with a, you know, conversion more along the lines of the Richard Lacey and Dennis Lacey early V8 garage, that sort of thing. Yes, it's looking a bit better now. Okay, I'm feeling a bit happier about it. Other than the fact that the engine hasn't got any water pumps bolted to it, the engine could go in now. Oh, I need to get that engine steady bracket off, don't I? I'm not quite sure how you go about fitting that. I think that would be quite a hindrance to getting the motor in. Whoa. I felt that on my hand then. A bit warm. No need to go mad, let's just see if that's enough. I'll just leave that off to the side like that and I'll sort it out. Because it's red hot now, I can't even touch the nut. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is use the pumps off this engine, because they don't leak water. Well, this is where we have to cross our fingers. Oh, that's just gone flat. Okay, that one came out. That one came out. It's good. It's good, isn't it? You know, good quality Ford hardware. No need for stainless. That got bronze Impala, look. 3 blades. I think I might have done that, I can't remember now. I think I might have done that. That one's not brass, but it's still only got 3 impellers, look. Good. I'll clean those up then and get them fitted to the other motor. This one has got a outlet there, look, for a heater. Could be useful, couldn't it? I think I made that gasket. I made the hole smaller there to limit the oil. But it doesn't seem to have stopped it leaking. I also seem to have put some sort of restrictor in there to limit it. Oh well, at least it stopped the chassis from rusting. Right, clean them then, Mart. Can you see that this pump's had a repair there? Look, it's got that piece was broken off and brazed on. I mean, I've run this engine for like 15 years. That's been running like that for longer than that. Okay. That's a good running engine, that is. That can go under the bench and be, you know, pressed into service the next time it's needed. Maybe for the 32, I don't know. This is something that needs doing. Look, see this? See there, look, I need to make a washer for this. It'd be good if it kind of located on the, just went inside there a little bit, so it's nice and thick. I don't know if I might have a suitable washer or if I've got to make one, turn one up on the lathe. I've just made a little washer, so I've made it with a little step there at the back, so in theory that should go in there, which it does. That fits nice. A few thou clearance. I haven't got a torque for this, so I'll just kind of do it up what feels reasonably tight. If I can wedge the ring gear. You know something, I'm going to do something for this engine stand. That'll do. Looks alright. Nice strong washer. From the feel of it, it felt like a decent quality of steel as well. It was some that I'd cut off a bar when I was setting up my hacksaw. So put the water pumps on then, clean the water pumps, put them on, and that's the front end sorted. But I'm going out in a little bit, so I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining me in the garage then. Another few little jobs ticked off the list. I've done some work on the cross member. That's looking good now. Just a little bit of titivation. I've repaired that radiator mount on the corner. I've took the water pumps off. I've made a washer. All steps in the right direction. Okay, thanks very much then. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.